I should have. It looks cute.
Why does it say 11?
11 what?
11.
2011.
That's not when I joined.
You said you joined when I joined.
Oh, this is true. This is very true. Hello, nobody.
Oh, Melina's on. Hi,
Melina's
hi,
on.
Melina.
Hey, Melina. Happy Monday, y'all.
Hi. All right. We're going to dive right in. Thank you for being flexible with us for doing this on a Monday instead of tomorrow. You want to scoot in? So, hey, Liz.
Liz Carroll?
Oh, stop. You do that every single time.
She's been hacked.
She's been hacked. Hey, hey. Look at my cup. It says beach. I'm kind of like... It's like what? Beach.
Beach.
I'm ready.
Like beach?
Not like beyond, but like beach.
Oh, beach.
Like I'm ready for the beach. Even it's like 70-something degrees here today. Come on.
I know it's nasty. Humid.
Yeah. So anyway, we will get right to it. So the first thing that came to my mind to be sure to talk about tonight is the W-2s. We all got them, and they have the wrong year, so they're going to resend them.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see. They put the wrong year on.
They just did. He does it every time. I know he does. I do need some sun. Look how white I am. Hey, Susan. Hey, Emily. Right here, honey. Anyways, yeah. So don't make a big deal out of it. It's just an error. Whatever. They're going to resend them. They caught it after they went out. So they're going to resend. So anyway, we'll get those next week, I'm sure. So maybe a little bit late in getting with this. What happened to the other side of your glasses?
It decided it didn't want to stay on no more.
Oh. Oh, you're a hoot. That's funny. Okay, so.
Hey, Susan, I had some king cake. Is that what it's called?
Yes, that's what it's called.
King cake? Had king cake.
Yeah. Hey, Mary. So, yeah, Duane went and bought some king cake for himself yesterday. Too funny.
And married Janik.
Yannick.
Not Yannick. That's Janik.
So anyway, so we are going to, okay, so February is all about sponsoring. For us, it is, right? Hey, Teresa.
Wow, Teresa.
So anyway, it's all about sponsoring. So I have a few tips, and then what I'm asking is for people to jump in there on our group page and share tips that work for you. Oh, that's sweet. Penny. Yeah, I know. The AC's on here, too. It's crazy. Crazy. Anyway, so if you have any tips and you want to share them in the group page, please do. I'm going to have a couple of people go live as well throughout the month that do some really good sponsoring things that are really, really good at it. So, and I'd love for anybody else who's really good at it to say, hey, I'll share.
Cool.
I thought so too. So the first thing I was going to do is read this. So I always do a little Googling before I talk about a topic because I'm just curious what else is out there besides, you know, our little world of direct sales. It's not a little world anymore. It's a huge world, but, and all of the things that direct sales people say. But this I thought was really interesting. It said the principal differences between recruiting and sponsoring for direct sales. A recruiter let's start over. A recruiter brings in people to the company, but leaves the training to someone else. Their job is just to recruit. A sponsor spends time with new consultants and helps them get their business off to a good start. So we sponsor. We always say, you know, how many recruits do you have? But it really should be sponsors because we are sponsoring people. We're trying to, we're not just trying to bring them in and then let them figure it out or have somebody else figure it out for them.
Because you're going to have a lot of people lose interest quickly.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, when I was...
signed me up for this, but then you disappeared on me.
Right.
So, help me.
When I was reading the article, it actually said that there are so many times that a person will join a business, a direct sales business, and even before the kit arrives, they will start to have buyer's remorse. So they start talking themselves out of it. Like, why did I do this? I'm not going to have time for this. And they start doing that. So... it, you know, just kind of made me realize, well, then we really have to be sure we're Because I know a lot of times I'm like, well, I don't want to be real forceful. Like, I don't want to make somebody frustrated with me. So I don't go, I don't go all in and like, come on, come on, come on. But there's got to be we've got to make sure we're connecting with them and messaging them and stuff like that, because yeah, that buyer's remorse kicks in, and before they've even got their kit, they may have already talked themselves out of even wanting to do it. And how many times this has happened? I've heard people have said, oh yeah, I got my kit a couple weeks ago, but it's still sitting in the corner. So they didn't even open it yet. In fact, I think we have some consultants now that have even moved up with, higher titles that will tell you that they didn't even open the kit because they weren't even sure what they had gotten themselves into. So,
show off my shirt.
Oh, he's showing off his shirt. So this is a funny story. Not really, but so, for rally, they wanted us to all be referees, and I'm sorry, but I do not look good in black and white stripes. I don't need anything accenting this, so no. So I got us both jerseys. Well, mine was a shirt, but I thought it was a jersey. But anyway, mine arrived on time, and all of a sudden I get the tracking for his, and it was like Wednesday.
So I got mine
the
today.
6th. I know, it came today after rally, long after. But it's really nice. It's a real jersey. I mean, that's a real jersey.
We might have to go play some football.
There you go. There you go.
Anyway.
So did you guys enjoy the rallies? I know we haven't talked since then. Rallies were fun, huh?
Yep.
I know, I think Mary went to a different one. She went to Penny Bukikio's, if I remember correctly. So, oh, that's the same one Teresa has. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a nice one.
Oh, wow.
I kind of wish I would have gotten that, except that I wouldn't have had mine on time. So,
yeah.
Yeah, rally was really fun. I've shared this already, but it was interesting because, we're so used to going to the big groups with 100 plus people, and this was really neat because it was 32 people, and we were just, all right there together, and I didn't need a microphone, and we all were able to kind of talk and share ideas, and didn't you think it was kind of neat?
Yep.
It was very, it was like intimate. It was just really comfortable. Everybody was very comfortable talking, I felt like. Even some of the people that had said that they weren't, they probably weren't going to participate much. They were just there to watch or whatever. They ended up sharing. So
because the group was so small.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
That was cool.
It was pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
The small group was good.
I really liked it.
Because, like you said, even people that might have been intimidated by a big crowd wouldn't have spoke, but this was a handful of people.
Yeah,
so
it was great.
It seemed like everybody participated and spoke.
Yeah, it was very easy to connect with everybody.
Yeah.
Louisiana was a great success. Awesome. Penny was so excited about it and then was very sick. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I think I did see something where she was not feeling well for several days, but it was fun, and I hope everybody really had a good time, and I hope everybody enjoyed some of the training. I really liked the training this time because it was not, it was all stuff that we use every day, I thought. So, and it was easy to talk about because it's stuff that we do, right? So I thought it was really cool. Still sad about, oh gosh, she has pneumonia. I'm so sorry, Penny. That's horrible.
Yeah, I was
Nikki
sick.
did great. Awesome.
I was sick for a few days.
Yeah, you did get sick. You got sick after Be the Change, though.
Yeah,
You were
I think
sick.
Penny, that's when she started getting sick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we found out one of our sweet little attendees had pneumonia, and she didn't even know it. She had, walking pneumonia or something. So, anyway, oops. But anyway, so yeah, rallies were great, and everybody loves the new catalog, right? So much awesomeness. Share on here if you feel like it, what your favorite part of the catalog is. I have said what some of my favorite items were, but you know what I'm loving is I've always looked for a better opportunity to introduce soaks to everybody, and now they have made it so easy. The llama, I have sold so many of the little llama mama, and I'm like llama, I don't get it, but it's because it's not my generation, I suppose, but I even have one now hanging in my car. But even my niece was like, llamas, oh, I love llamas.
Really?
Yeah. I gave her one, but...
Is it a woolly?
No, it's the hang it. It's the little go card. But the go-karts, they're so cute, and they have the little beads. In fact,
some of them have sayings on them.
A lot of them do. They all have different stuff, and I just feel like it's like a new opportunity for us to really boost our conversations about soaks. Sorry, y'all. I was looking for. Thought I stuck one in here, but I guess I must have given it out. But yeah, I'm so loving that. Yes, Nikki is a spitfire. I love it. Super excited about the training. Awesome.
Hang on. Where was Nikki at?
Nikki, was it Nikki Stromecki? And she went to Louisiana. Well, to fill in, I think, for Penny. Is that right? I think. Let me tell you, Fireside Vanilla. I bought 5 of the soaks and 5 of the sprinkles just because I wanted to see. There was a few people that I knew that might, and they're gone.
What's
of course, one is mine. Fireside Vanilla. That's what you can. I think you can smell it downstairs. It's the one I told you that it's lasted for like 3 or 4 days. I could. Well, I could. Oh, okay, gotcha. She and Penny were scheduled. Hi, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
Thinking of you, girl. So anyway, I love the fact that there's more stuff for the soaks, and it's good stuff, like really good stuff, easy sell stuff. And I mean, you talk about upsell opportunities. I mean, I feel like if somebody buys, sprinkles in a certain fragrance, and now you can say, oh my gosh, and even give them maybe one go card, and see if they'll buy a soaks from you. But anyway, I love that the candle instructions in the catalog. I love that too. There's so much I'm loving right now. Like, I loved the fact that they have so many videos on our newsletter. Tom going live like that was awesome because he had so much information. And he's so Tom. I mean, he laughs and he just gives it to you real. So I just love him. And that was really good. And then Kelly with her video on the lemon verbena. I just loved it all. I think we are just really headed in a great direction. I'm feeling really good about it. How about you?
I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, me too. So, okay. So onward. Let's talk about sponsoring. Because that's what we do, right? We don't recruit. We don't recruit and then leave them for somebody else. We sponsor. So I just, like I said, I have some of my notes. Now, y'all know I'm not a big-time heavy sponsorer. Excited about the future. Me too. So I'm not one of those that sponsors, 3, 4, 5 people in a month. I am super happy if I get one sponsor in a month. Now, early on, when I first started and everything, Facebook was my friend, and I could post all over Facebook, and I could pay to promote, the posts and all that kind of stuff. I had so many people that would join through that. And then Facebook changed the algorithms and it changed everything, which is okay. It just meant that I had to also learn to adjust. So my sponsoring is not as big as some of the other people. I know you guys see the charts every month, and we've got some people that are consistently over 10.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I'm hoping that I can get a couple of those people to go live to share what they do. I can tell you, I know Crystal Kelly, and I think Jody Tackett, and I think even Karen, a lot of what they do is YouTube driven. It's videos. It's that they say that your reach is much better with, YouTube, with videos, with training videos, or just, anything about what you're doing. And so I think that's really kind of where they're hitting the big numbers right now, which is awesome.
I have been seeing a lot more videos.
You have?
Of people that
are doing stuff.
Don't do videos.
Right. I know. Me too. It's really exciting.
Yep.
Yeah. No, me too. So if you're comfortable doing that and you do that, then that's awesome. I'm sure that you're getting some hits that way, which is terrific. What? You can get new glasses. This is where these came from. I love you, Bonnie.
But they're $1 because they're $1.
They're $1. Here, you want to wear mine? These are not so girly. I'd give you these big clunky ones, but that's a little better.
About the same.
Yeah. No, those don't look very good on you. But anyway,
They're a huge pay for. They're only $1.
That's right. They're $1, but you need to go get some more. That's why he doesn't even bother taking the tag off.
I usually buy like 5 at a time, and they last me a little while.
Susan's problem is getting them qualified. Yeah, so that's a whole nother conversation because, again, I think, like, I used to have a problem getting them qualified. I really did. It was a struggle. And there are still some people that really don't want my assistance, or they just don't want it. I mean, they join for different reasons or whatever. But what I'm finding is if I continue to, like, if I, ask them questions about themselves, if it's somebody that's new that I'm not really familiar with, because I do get a few every now and then from, either Instagram or even Facebook that'll show some interest. So I don't really know them, but if I try to get to know them and then I talk, a little bit more about the business, it seems like it helps a little bit. But again, I don't know. It's a tough one. That's definitely tough.
You just got to have patience and just be there.
Be there for them. But you got to also keep them connected. You got to keep reeling them back in because it's easy for them to just forget about it.
Right.
And there's several that, like, they started off really strong in October, November, and then in December they told me, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot this month. It's like, okay, I understand. And then January, it's like, hello, are you still out there? And now it's February, so I'm going, hey, just want to connect. Right. Like, I don't want them to just leave, so...
Unfortunately, that happens.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. It's like routine. Mm-hmm. If you get out of your routine, sometimes you start back.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Mary says it would be awesome to have somebody who's good at it to share their ideas. I will tell you, Jessica Carter is going to share with us at some point this month about her opportunity calls. She shared them with us at Be the Change, and I think they are a terrific idea. This is my first week to actually feel like I'm back in a normal routine, so I haven't even taken that on yet. But I think it's absolutely something that would be beneficial, and I think, and she's going to go live and share with us what she shared at Be the Change. So that should be extremely helpful. You do a Facebook launch party for all my new consultants. It helps them get qualified. That's a great idea. That's a great idea, Penny. I love that. So some of the things that I do know is when people join me, I don't always, but I try to ask them if I don't know them. A lot of times I know them, but if I don't know them, I will ask them, I'm thrilled that you picked me, but why me? And a lot of times they will tell me because you just seem very authentic. You're not salesy, you're just very authentic. And I think that, and some people have even said, well, because your picture is so fun, because I have that
Yes, you do.
picture on Facebook that I did it for my director trip. And there's a whole story behind that. It wasn't just me trying to be funny. It was me doing that for June, who used to work in customer service, who said to me, don't just go in there and take a regular old picture. Go in there and do something fun. So I said, okay, just for you, June. Anyway, but so people want to, people are going to be attracted to you for whatever the reason is that they're attracted to you specifically. It's like with selling. People are going to buy from you because they like you. I think it's the same thing with being a consultant. They're gonna join with you because they feel a connection with you. So it's real important to be authentic, and to not be real salesy.
Right. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
I do that.
You're very authentic.
I mean, I buy from people
you are
that
so authentic.
That are real.
Oh, you do. Yeah, exactly. I do too.
And then sometimes I buy stuff I don't even want or need just because I like the people.
I know. I miss June.
You do that too.
I do. Yeah. I am very loyal. Like, I am so loyal, it's almost bad.
Yes. So
loyal. My girl that cuts my hair one time, she had just had surgery. It was her first day back, and she said to me, I took painkiller this morning, but I'm fine. And the next thing I know, she has cut my bangs way up here. And I just laughed. I said, don't worry about it. I wore them pinned up in a pin for 2 months. But I still go to her because I love her. I'm very loyal. Anyway, but that's how a lot of people are, is they want to they want to connect with you because there's something about you that they like. And so you want to be very authentic. You want to be your own brand.
And that's what makes you successful.
Mm-hmm.
Different things make different people successful.
Yeah, for sure.
Being
authentic
is
approachable. Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You want to love your products, obviously. You know, we all think that we show love of our products, but there are sometimes I'll even hear somebody that will say, you know, oh yeah, well we have that, but, and it's just the way that it comes across. It's like, oh, immediately I'm going to be like, oh no, because I want somebody who's like so in love with what they're doing. Like I just absolutely, we've got the best stuff, and oh my gosh, it's just, I mean, I truly love our products. Like, I love everything about this
that's
company.
true, because if someone says, yeah, you know, it doesn't really smell that great, but we have that fragrance you're looking for.
Right.
And then you're like, well, hang on, what?
Right.
I don't buy that.
Right.
If there's a commercial.
Is there? Oh.
About
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's the one, don't just settle. Or wait, what is it? It's a brand new thing.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Does anybody know what we're talking about? That's a new commercial that has come out recently that like everything is just kind of so-so, and it's like, don't settle for that. That's exactly.
The same commercial?
Yeah.
They say it's okay. Hang on, it's just okay?
It's just okay? You don't want just okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a way some people will come across.
Yes, don't do
and
that.
I don't know if they mean to or not. But you gotta be right. Well, I wouldn't
it's
either.
Just okay.
Because you're not showing your.
Hang on, I'm just fixing to spend money here. I want fantastic.
Right.
I want this is awesome.
Right.
Not okay.
Right. Exactly. People gravitate to happy people who obviously love what they do and love the company. I mean, when you're trying to sponsor somebody and they say, well, you know, what's your favorite thing about the company? I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can pin me down to one thing because there's so many things. But, I mean, you've got to, like, show the enthusiasm. And, I mean, everybody in here would do this. But we're also going out and talking about this to our teams, right? So we want to make sure we impress upon them to be very positive.
What is the saying we have?
Teresa knows what we're talking about. What's the saying? Go
praise down.
Oh,
complain up.
Yeah.
Is that something like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's for sure. You know, sometimes, okay, this is a side note, but sometimes we don't even notice that we're complaining, and it can be about something so trivial, but we don't even realize that it can absolutely, completely impact the person that you're talking to,
right,
in such a negative way.
Yes.
I mean, I've even learned that the hard way. Like, I won't even think I'm being negative, but I'm like, oh,
I've changed because of this company.
Yeah.
On things that I comment and say a lot now.
Yeah.
I have changed.
I
have changed. I have.
Oh my word!
Trust me.
Right.
I used to be a lot worse. But I it's like, well, you don't know this person.
Right.
I don't know your history. I don't know what you've done or didn't do, and why I can't comment negative about something that you may have been a part of or you may like or have done.
Right.
Because that's going to send back bad signal there.
Right.
And
it's just negative.
I mean, there's some things that I just can't stop myself.
I know, but people, I think, know you're Goya, right?
Yeah.
People, hi, Lacey. In court, ew. That's no fun. But yeah, most people though, they get to know you. They know you're authentic, and so they get it. But you're right. I mean, you may say something and it hits the wrong person the wrong way, and so
right.
People want to know that you have confidence and faith in what you are doing.
Be smiling and happy and have positive, good things to say.
Right.
Not be me. Don't be Duane.
Don't be Duane.
No.
We need that little vision, that little, don't be Duane.
Don't be Duane. There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, you want to make sure that people know that you have absolute confidence in your company, and that, Duane is the real deal. That's right. I love it. And in what you're doing. I mean, you know, I get asked all the time from other consultants a question that I don't know the answer to. And so I will just, I will give them, well, like today there was a question about, yes, negativity definitely breeds negativity. Today there was a question about the difference between something with Scentsy and something with us. And I just said, well, to be honest, I just really don't compare us a whole lot because, I mean, even though we both have melts, we are so different on so many levels. And But I also ended with, well, but let me see if I can find out that specific answer. So I did. I, went and found out for her. But you got to have confidence, and we love Duane just the way he is. Yes, we do.
Aw.
I know they love you. I'm so glad.
Awesome.
Okay, so the second thing is to be consistent. We've talked about this. We talk about the consistency all the time. But just even me going back to when we first started doing this and posting and sharing with people and talking about the different experiences that we were having without being salesy. And we didn't even realize the people that were watching us. And he rocks the cat eye glasses. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. That's funny, honey. It just... but we didn't even realize that people were watching. So just know that people are watching everything. I mean, if something piques an interest, they're going to start watching it a little more closer, and they're not going to tell you that they're doing that. They're just going to watch, and that has happened. I can't even tell you guys how many times, and it still does. So. I mean, you just have to be very consistent about what your message is, what you're sharing, and then of course be positive about it too.
Because people are watching.
People are watching.
And you've had people join years later.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And they're like, "You're still doing this?
Right.
How's it working out for you?" Well, obviously it's working out fantastic.
Right.
Well, I want to join. I guess you've been doing it for however long.
Right.
You're constantly posting. It looks like you're traveling and you're having fun and you're enjoying life. And you left the corporate world and
right.
You seem
They're
to be
watching.
happy.
Right. We're talking years after.
Yes.
My mom's friend just joined in December.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been So people are watching. So just keep that in mind. And then one of the things too that we want to make sure we're portraying is that we're not a boss, right? We can encourage, we can inspire, we can do all those things, but we are definitely not a boss. And so even if you're posting on Facebook or talking on YouTube or whatever, make sure you're not sending the message that you're a boss, because that's a turn off, I think, for a lot of people. They don't want a boss. I didn't want a boss. I didn't want a boss at all. What else?
Well, it's just this company you can start for as low as, what is it, $59 now?
Yeah.
And you start a business.
You're starting a business. That's right. I just told a lady that today.
I mean, how many people do you know that have a business that's successful?
Right.
And when they first started, they had to borrow money.
Right.
They had to put themselves in debt, possibly. They had all that stress. I have to make this money.
Right.
I have to do this much a month just to pay the bills.
Right.
But for $59, you can start this business.
Right.
And those people, if they were to make it successful, they had to work really hard to get to that success.
Right.
It didn't happen by itself, and it
year.
didn't happen overnight.
Most of the time, that's why even with taxes, they say the first 5 years.
Well, this company, you got a head start.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the debt. You just need to put the time in
right.
and make this business work.
But you also have to go in, and that's the one thing that we have to make sure people know is you're not coming into a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a legitimate business. This is a legitimate way of running a business.
And you're starting your business basically from scratch.
Right.
I joined today. I started today.
I just don't have to.
Yeah. But I don't have any clients.
I don't
have. I got to go out and find that.
Right.
So as hard as you work at your regular job that only pays you a certain amount, where the ceiling here is unlimited on what you can make if you just put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you worked half as hard at this job as you do at your regular job, you would be very successful.
Mm-hmm.
But it just takes the effort,
right.
the Goya, and
I think
the time.
I think what happens is a lot of times people get in and it's very comfortable, and you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. and the big bucks aren't rolling in.
But that's only going to get you so far.
Well, right.
It's kind of like when I joined, I don't do the social thing like you're good at. I just went like everybody else. I go to my Frank's list.
Right.
Friends and family and this and that. I didn't go beyond that.
Right.
And so everybody I knew in this little circle, that's who I asked. And if they didn't want to join, then okay.
Right.
But there's so many people out there.
Right.
To join.
There are.
You just got to get out there and meet them. And
That's
they have to get to know you. Network marketing groups or whatever your deal is. If it's events, be talkative about the opportunity at events.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So,
in fact, today I had a dentist appointment. I had my teeth cleaned. And the lady...
See? Oh, my God, they are clean. There's no green stuff.
Oh, stop. And the lady that was cleaning my teeth said, she's like, so what do you do? And, of course, I hate that when they ask you a question and they've got their hands in your mouth. But
right.
She stops long enough, and I said, I have my own business. And she was like, oh. And she stops. She's like, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I do home fragrance and decor. And I said, I'd love to, when we're done, I'd love to tell you a little bit more about it. And she said, okay. And she said, so do you have a store? I said, no, the great thing is it's a direct sales company. So I didn't have to do all that. And I buy the products from them and send it to the customers. And it's great. It's easy. It's fun. We had just talked a few minutes prior to that. She said, are you going to do any fun travels this year? And I said, well, yeah, as a matter of fact, we're going to Ireland. And then I had the opportunity to say...
Whoa, stop.
What?
Is that official?
Well, no, I don't have...
It's not official,
No,
right?
but we are going. I mean, I'm making the statement. I'm putting it out there.
I know, but... Okay.
No, I mean, if you want something, you got to say it. I mean, if we don't get it, if something weird happens, then okay, we won't get it.
For real?
What?
If you want something, you just say it?
Well, come on, y'all. Help me out here.
I want a ranch.
Manifest it.
I want a ranch.
Did you come to our Be the Change conference? You got to be positive.
Yeah, I was there. I want a ranch, damn it.
Well, then make
How's
it happen. What are you going to do to make it happen? You can't just say it. You got to back it up. I had to have at least 2 blend batches every month that had at least $500 per party.
I was
had
paying
to
a
have
lot
a certain number. Oh, whatever. Okay.
It's like
we're going off track.
Dollars I could have.
Anyway, bottom line is,
okay, we're off track.
If you can just share with anybody that you come across that asks you the question. By the time I was done, she said, I really need your information. That really sounds like fun. And I have been wanting to do something. I need to do something else. Her kids were all getting older, all kind of going on with their own things. So I'm going to follow up with her in a couple of days and just say, hey, did you have a chance to look at my website, my catalog? What'd you think? So anyway, but that's just it, is like, I get excited about talking about what I do. And I get
excited talking to people about the opportunity and how much fun I've had with this company. The traveling, the people, I mean, it's cool. Like going to a reunion now, there's 800 people. And I walk through there and going, I don't know hardly. I mean, when it was small, it's like, oh, I know all these people, or most of them, or some of them, or whatever it was, or I've met them. But now we go, it's like, God dang, look at all these people. I don't know any of these people, it seems like.
Right.
And it's cool because sometimes I talk to people and sometimes I don't. But it's fun to talk to people.
It's fun. I know, it is fun.
Yeah.
Time management and consistency are crucial. You know, time management, I'm going to say, on time management, I talk to you guys about my planner, I think, all the time. I think I do, or maybe I talk to myself. But I actually will block off time to do my follow-ups and to do any, like hostess, whether it's hostess coaching or contacting potential hostesses or people that, had shown an interest in the business. I actually block it off on my calendar, because if I don't do that, it's not going to happen. If I just make it as a to-do, it's not going to happen. I've actually got to block off, like, usually I do about a 2-hour little span. And I'll just say, follow up with hostesses, follow up, whatever it is I'm going to be doing that day. But yes, you're absolutely right. Time management is so important. So important. So follow up was the next thing I had. When somebody expresses an interest, we don't have to be sure to follow up. Oh, we don't have to throw up all over them, obviously, but just give them little nuggets, right? And then ask them questions. We talk about that quite a bit. Ask them questions. Get to know them, because then you'll hear little things that will trigger, oh, they'd be really good at this, or, oh, that's like the lady today was talking about, oh yeah, well, all my kids, my youngest is graduating from college and she's going to be moving off to Phoenix. In fact, they're moving to Phoenix. Or her daughter is. So she said, we're about to be empty nesters. And so, of course, I'm thinking in the back, I'm like, oh, this is, and I said to her, well, this worked out beautifully for me when my son was in high school because he suddenly didn't need mom like he used to. And so it was a perfect place for me to put my extra attention. So, listen to what they say and listen to the cues. If they're talking about, gosh, I would love to take a trip like that. Well, I can show you how to do it. I mean, I can show you how it's done. Just listen for cues.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially her daughter, son graduating.
Mm-hmm.
This would be perfect. Like you said, gives you something to put your time and
Yeah.
energy into.
Yeah. Yeah, because I could totally relate to that. I was in that same situation.
Yep.
It just worked out beautifully because Drew was, he was kind of not real. I mean, I was needed, but I wasn't needed. You know how it is with what was this? I guess it was 16 at the time.
All the time you got that you didn't have before, and also it's like, what do I do? Social events.
Like she was saying, was it hard when your son left and moved to Arlington? So I could tell that she was missing. She's like already trying to figure out what to do, and so I was like, yeah, it was really hard, but luckily I had something to really kind of focus in on, and it really helped me a lot.
So this is the lady that was cleaning your teeth?
Yeah.
And what do you call them?
Oh,
What's her title?
Hang on.
Did she do that full time?
That's
or
what she does. No, that's
some people only do it like so many days a week.
You know what?
If they work
she does do it.
One office.
I think she does do it part time because she said
like
she works Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Yeah.
Because I rescheduled. What do you call that? Dentist. Hygienist. Thank you, Teresa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I just couldn't see it.
Yeah, she would have time to go to your network groups.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, no, not your network groups. You just find her own.
Now she could come with me to mine to get a feel for what to do for sure. Okay, so listen and ask questions, and then be emotionally aware. It's a business that people join because they feel a connection. So, like Duane was saying earlier, be sensitive to different points of view. You don't want to. Yeah, you did.
Oh, wow.
I remember saying that.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, so just be emotionally aware. And I feel like if you're not worried about the outcome, like today, I didn't go in there thinking I'm going to sponsor someone. I got to really work on that. I didn't go in thinking I'm going to sponsor anybody. In fact, that was the furthest thing from my mind. I was more stressed out because I don't like going to the dentist. So that was not even on my mind. And so when you go into a situation, not with any expectation of an outcome, you tend to be able to, I think you're just a little bit more easy about it. So even when you know that you're going into a situation where you might be able to influence somebody, just be yourself and ask them questions, let them do most of the talking. And then just, be aware of the things that they're saying and try to, clue in on it. And you know what? You don't even have to, like today I had the opportunity because it was just her and I, and we were kind of stuck in this room together until I was completely all done. But if you're not in that kind of situation, there is nothing wrong with saying, can I get your information and let me call or text you in the next couple of days and kind of, we could talk about this a little bit more. Or, you tell them, I don't want to hound you, but I would love to share with you a little bit more about this because it's such an awesome opportunity and I would hate for you to not know about it. There's a lot of things that you can say and get their information so that you can do a follow-up. And if they want texting or messaging, whatever their mode of communication is, go with that. Some people like to meet face-to-face. Maybe they want to do coffee, or maybe they don't like to talk on the phone and they just want to text. That's okay. I've connected with people just in text. So it's harder but usually if you're talking about a positive subject, they don't take things the wrong way, right?
Yes.
And then I think the last thing I had was realizing potential is all around us. I cannot, like used to, I could tell you the majority of my sponsoring came from Facebook, because that was back in the beginning, and that's how I did most everything, because I was working full-time for the hotel and I did not want to cross those lines. I did not go after those people to join my team, to purchase from me. There were a couple of my good friends that I shared a little bit, but I didn't say, you got to try this or join my team. They just said, I want to know more about it. And so they joined or used the products. But so I was, even though I had my little unit here, that's not who I focused on, because I did not want to cross the line in my company. So instead I had to go out, and Facebook was the answer. So it wasn't until I left there that I started actually kind of, targeting some of those people. But, and I'm still very careful about it, because I don't think that's right to do that. But, now I feel like the majority of the new sponsors that I get are from either Instagram, or maybe they've seen something on Facebook, or it's word of mouth. I've had several where somebody says, hey, I've got this friend and they're interested in starting up a business, and I think that yours would be perfect. And I say, great, give me your number. I'll call her, text her, whatever you want me to do. And so a referral has been a lot of what has happened for me in the last several months. In fact, it's been huge. It's been huge for me lately, referrals. So again, I feel like it's because I'm consistently, people know that I work Pink Zebra. I'm extremely consistent about it. So now people are very comfortable referring me to their friend to say, hey, call this person. They'd be really good at that. And then, of course, parties. In fact, this was funny. So I had a girl, I was doing a party this Saturday. I still am. But we were going Saturday night. Did I not tell you? No, it's not Saturday night. It's 3:00 in the afternoon. It's only for a couple of hours. Oh, stop. Anyway, stop. You're doing your thing. What's the matter, honey? You weren't going to the deer release? No. Okay, no.
RV show. Okay,
well, we can go to the RV show on Sunday. Anyway, so I had a girl that was a hostess, again, a referral. And then as we're going through the host, the little, the worksheet on the host coaching, and I was telling her about a couple of the games, she all of a sudden calls me and says, would it be bad if I joined? Like, no, what do you mean, would it be bad? She was like, well, this just seems like so much fun, and it just doesn't, it seems like it's pretty easy. And I'm like, it is so easy. So she joined, and now it's her launch party. So that's the kind of stuff that, that I rack it all up to, or I credit it all to being consistent, being authentic, making sure that I answer messages. When I get a text message or a Facebook message from somebody who is somebody that I don't know, that is maybe referring me or whatever, I am on it. I'm on it with my customers.
But you're working it like a business.
Yes, I do work this like a business.
I mean, her phone is in her hand constantly, and she's constantly responding to people within seconds.
I try.
I'm not going to say minutes, but
9 o'clock
normally
at night,
it's seconds.
Right.
It's during the day and she gets a message, she responds immediately.
Yeah, I do try. Unless if I'm with somebody, I do not even look at my phone, because that's one thing I'm working. Well, yeah.
Other than me.
I'm sorry, honey. But anyway, that's just, I'm trying to do better with being in the moment. But anyway, so, again, I'm not like a huge sponsorer. I don't do 10 a month, but I'll take my 1 and 2 a month, because at least I'm continuing to move forward. So if any of those things can help, then fantastic.
But that's, you're in it for the long haul.
I am.
So
I don't expect an overnight thing. I mean, it's taken 7 years to get
good.
here.
Because I know when we started, the first time you got a check, it's like, hang on, what? You got a check in the mail for $40 or whatever it was? Like, wow.
I know. I was like, what did I get that for? That was funny. Because that was when they used to do checks. But yeah, I literally was like, what did I get this for? And I had to call Colby. I don't understand. And then
it went up a little bit. And the next thing I know, it's like, God, we can pay a light bill. That'd be fantastic. Just pay the light bill.
Right. Yeah.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
You're paying the light bill and the water bill. Woohoo!
You're funny. Yep, that's it. right? I'll take 1 or 2 a month every day, right, Kara? I'm telling you. I mean, there are months where I might not have anything, but usually it's because I haven't been on my game or I've been focused on other stuff. So, and that happens. I mean, life happens for every single one of us. I get it. And it happens with me too. And when that happens, it just means the next month and Duane's new truck, his boat. I mean, hello. Hello.
Oh, I forgot about those.
Yeah, he tends to forget about those things. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, just a couple, just to kind of, there's several good things about it. Obviously, you're building your team, and every time somebody new joins, it gives you that new excitement. What?
And you have a flexible schedule.
I do.
You get up in the morning now, and sometimes you go to the gym. And it's not at 5 o'clock in the morning before your other job. It's at 8 o'clock when you
7:30
wake up and can go.
Right.
And then you start
Thanks,
your day
Mary.
afterwards.
You're sweet. Yeah.
I mean, even though you're on the phone maybe in the evenings when I want your time or weekends.
The bottom line is I love what I do.
You enjoy your day because
Right.
you schedule your day around what you want to do.
Right.
If you don't want to work, say tomorrow morning, then you're not going to work tomorrow morning, but you're going to work tomorrow afternoon.
Right. That's the
So-
key, is knowing that. It's just like with my corporate job when I used to work in the hotel business. If I had a dental appointment, okay, that's fine. Go do what you got to do. But then you got to get back and get some stuff done.
Right.
And the lady even asked me today, she said, how many hours do you think you put in? And I said, well, it's not fair to ask me that now because I have a team. But when I first began, I only worked like an hour a day. I worked when I could, except for the weekends. We tried to do events as often as we could. But you put in what you can, but you just got to put in good time. Like, you got to make sure your time is productive, not making labels or, you got to do stuff that's going to make a difference. And that means calls or follow-ups or, reaching out to somebody, going to a network meeting, stuff like that.
Well, if you want this to work as a business, then you got to
What's crazy,
work it like a business.
what I find funny about this, hey Marty, it's okay, you can watch the replay. But what I find funny, or not funny, it's not funny, but what's really interesting is that all of this stuff that I've said, every single one of you that I'm looking at, all of your names, all of y'all do the same thing. It's all those other people we need to get this message to, right? It's like, come on, you can do this. You can do this. It's a great business, and there's so much. There's just so much awesomeness about it. It's like,
yeah, these people we don't need to be talking to. It's
I know y'all all get it. Y'all all do it.
30,000 other folks out there we need to talk to.
Another consultant actually today, she called me and was asking me about some stuff about a meeting, and she said to me, she goes, "Do you ever miss your corporate job?" And you know what? I didn't even hesitate. I was like, no. And that's really funny, right? Preaching to the choir, exactly. But it's really funny. There's the only thing that I miss a little bit is we used to have this big leadership conference that I got to go to every year in Vegas. That we had some amazing Bill Clinton, George W. Bush. We had some of those, not Joe Namath. What was the other football player that I got to hear?
Joe Montana.
Montana. Joe, yeah. Some amazing speakers. And so I kind of miss that element. But I don't miss wearing a suit every day I didn't wear it every day because obviously I worked from my home office a little bit, but still I don't miss it because there's just so many benefits about working your own business. It's just crazy. I can't even imagine having to go back to something like that. That would be horrible. It wouldn't be horrible because it wasn't a horrible job. But anyway, y'all get my point, right?
It would be horrible if you had to go to the office every day.
Well, yeah, maybe.
No, it would be.
It would be.
Traffic.
Especially now.
The
Traffic, and I wouldn't get to do my workout, and I would miss, yeah, right? Kara doesn't miss it at all, right? You totally get it. Kara and I used to work together in the hotel business. Totally don't miss it. No. No. I'm still glad that I did it, but yeah, I don't miss it. Anyway, So there's just too many benefits, and we have too much potential. And if we don't want, like, there's a lot of people that they do just want to make a little bit of money so that, you know, they can contribute to the bills or get their kids through certain classes or do, you know, whatever fun things with them. And they don't want to make this a full-time job, and they can't. They don't have to. That's what's awesome. It's like, if you're putting in a couple hours a day or, you know, several hours a week, and you have that expectation, what a great job this is, because you don't have to. I just like to work.
You just have the corporate.
Susan doesn't miss it either.
You're just.
Well, it's all I've ever done. I mean, I've always.
You're just a workaholic.
Worked.
And
I'm
you're
not a workaholic.
Well,
I kind of am a little bit, but there's so many benefits to it.
you're not going to sit on your butt all day.
Doing?
You're going to be
productive.
Goya. There you go.
Although if I want to sit on my butt all day, I can.
Especially on a Sunday.
Oh, I did. All day.
Didn't even get off the chair.
I did do a little bit of messaging with some people, but I did not. I was just a couch potato.
Yes, you was.
Loved it. So anyway, what time is it? Oh, it's already 6:50. Persistence counts. I had a couple of extra little side notes if we had time. Know what makes your company and your product line special. I think one of the biggest things about what's Goya. Oh gosh, Susan. That's Duane's. Duane said it a few weeks ago, and I don't like I didn't think the foul language was appropriate. So now they've all come up with a hashtag for him. It's get off your ass.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's his big thing. But anyway, knowing what makes your company and product line special, I will tell you guys that, and anybody who has any knowledge on other direct sales companies, Pink Zebra is extremely different. We have founders that are extremely, extremely involved and that love to hear all the stories and that love to be connected and are extremely authentic. That's hard to find. I mean, I have friends that are in the direct sales business, and even though they love their product, they're not so much loving their corporate or their home office as much.
Usually it's a team of people, and they don't necessarily own the business. They just
that's true. That's true.
Where Kelly travels.
She manages product development.
Yes.
And then Tom now is taking over the sales side, and
yes.
Right, it's the best company ever.
Hands on, let's do it, let's make it happen.
And they're very hands-on. They've been hands-on all their career. Before even Pink Zebra, they're extremely hands-on people. And then just our product line, I think, is extremely special too, because I love our accent shades. I love how they blend in with. I wish you could see, because they have the sunflowers behind me, and now I have the sunflower shade, but you can't see it the way the light hits it.
I know, I hate that.
I know.
In that video at the rally,
just in the pictures,
it was just so bright you couldn't really see what it looked like. But it looks good in person.
Oh, y'all look too. I found my little dish. I don't know. Somebody called this a dough thing, I think. But anyway, for all my little samples, I found that. I was all excited. I mean, I didn't find it. I have these all over the house, so I thought I would put one to use for that. I have been with several, and no founders have ever been this hands-on. Right, exactly. I mean, they love us, and we in turn love them. And the core people that they have that work there, that they've been with forever and ever and ever, even prior to Pink Zebra, they were together. So I think their bond is incredible. So it's just, you got to be proud of that. So, and then the last thing was just to have fun. I think, again, going back to people being attracted to happy people, if you're having fun with what you're doing, people are going to pay a little bit more attention.
For sure.
Especially if you kind of involve them in that fun,
Yes.
So.
But if you're happy, it's contagious.
Yeah.
And happy and smiling and positive.
Right.
People want to, you're infectious.
Right.
Is that right? People want to be
infectious,
with you.
Yes.
People want to be with you if you're happy and having
In some
fun.
companies, hands-on will get you an orange jumpsuit. Well, you're right. That's a different kind of hands-on. That is a different kind of hands-on. You're absolutely right. So does anybody have any comments or anything you want to add? And again, we're going to be sponsoring all month. So and I'm going to put like a big post that'll say sponsoring tips, and then you guys can go in and add to it or whatever. If you want to go live real fast, you want to share something, whatever you want to do that. Bucky needs a haircut.
Tell him, hello, Bucky.
And then one last thing I did want to mention. I was in the back office earlier, and our resources, be sure you're watching that thread because there are a ton of new resources. Yeah. I think they've been adding to it, but anyway, you don't want to miss all of those announcements. So,
okay, you have a chance.
We are having a local meeting here next Wednesday, the day before Valentine's Day. So anyone who's in or around the area, stop, you know about that one. Anybody who's in or around the area, you're welcome to come. It'll be, I think, 6 o'clock is what time
Susan, how far a drive is that?
I know, right? Come on down.
I'll bring the king cake.
He'll even bring the king cake. Hallelujah.
It's only 8 hours. I don't know where she lives. I can't get that far.
No, it's not that. I don't think it's that far. I don't think so. So.
We'll have king cake and coffee.
Sounds like a plan. I can't have the king cake, but I can have the coffee. I'm trying to cut back my sugar. Oh, that's not bad. Come on down. You can stay the night. We got a guest room.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We do, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Bonnie. You know, yeah, we are definitely praying for you. I'm sorry. Okay, awesome. Well, it is almost 6 or 7 o'clock. So thank you guys again for reversing and coming in on a Monday night instead of a Tuesday night.
And why we do this tomorrow?
I have a networking thing tomorrow night. We're doing.
Why don't you have them reschedule their stuff?
Because it's not my networking group, but it's an event that we're doing within the networking group. It's the 5 favorite things again, but it's a different group. So I'm going to get to meet some new people and give my spiel, and I didn't want to miss it. So I figured y'all would be flexible for me.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hike, but come on down. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, we will.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.